Good day, grade 4s. Welcome to our NST lesson, and today's topic is input and output of energy. A system is something that has two or more parts that work together to make something happen. I've put a picture over there of different appliances because these appliances are systems. They have two or more parts that work together. Input of energy. The energy that goes into a system is called input of energy. Now, when you think about what a system needs to work, you need to think about an input of energy. First, when you find objects given to you, you have to name the object and then think about the input of energy. You can ask yourself this question: what do they need to give off energy? If you look at this picture of a paraffin lamp, I've obviously named the object as a paraffin lamp, okay? And what does it need to give off energy? It needs paraffin. So that means the input of energy for the paraffin lamp is paraffin. Object 2 is a radio. And there's different types of radios. Some use electricity and some use batteries. So if I give you such an object of a radio, you have to look at it carefully and think if it would require a battery or electricity. Picture 3 is of drums. I've just named the object. Now, what is the input of energy for these drums? What do they need to give off energy? And I know a lot of you are thinking they need to be heated. Someone has to hit them right here. So that hitting is the movement of your hand. So that means they need movement energy of your hand. So that's it for input of energy. Let's move on. Output of energy. The energy that comes out of a system is called output of energy. Think about the 5 types of energy we've learned. Name the output of energy for each object. Sometimes objects and appliances provide output of energy that is not useful to us. We've already named this object as a paraffin lamp, and we said that the input of this object is paraffin. But once we've put in the paraffin, what does it give off then? It gives off light energy. If our electricity goes off and we switch on this paraffin lamp, we will be able to see each other. There's another output of energy that this paraffin lamp gives off. However, whatever that it gives off, it is not useful to us. And what would that be? That would be heat energy. Because if you bring your hand closer to the lamp, you actually will feel some sort of heat. This radio, the input energy for this radio is either batteries or electricity, and the output is sound energy. Object 3 is of drums, and the input of energy for these drums is movement energy, remember, of your arm or your hand. And when you hit it, it gives off sound energy. And someone who's hit a drum before that actually say it actually also provides some sort of heat energy, because as you hit the drum, you can actually feel your hand getting warmer. However, that heat energy coming from the drum is not what we need. It is not useful to us. Let's practice. I will usually give you a picture of a system or an appliance, and I'd say to you, state the input of energy, the name of the object, and the output of energy. And this is how you're going to put this together. You will say input of energy, electrical energy, because this is an electrical stove, okay? And you will write electrical stove over there. And for output of energy, you will say it is heat energy. And then I'd give you another object and ask you to put together a flow diagram showing input of energy and output of energy. And you will have input of energy over there, which is electrical energy. This TV needs electrical energy to work. And you also have to give the correct name of the object. And for the output of energy, you have to say that it is sound energy. However, this also gives us light energy. The input energy of a television is electrical energy, and the output energy is energy and sound. An electrical kettle could also be a system. It is made up of a base, body, element, and electrical connection. Remember, a system is two or more parts working together. All right. A kettle's input energy is electrical energy, which it receives from the wall socket it is plugged into. The output energy of a kettle is heat. And what is the not so useful output of energy coming off this kettle except heat? It is sound. It makes a sound which we don't need. Input energy is the energy that a system needs to work. The human body is a type of system. The input energy the human body needs is food. Output energy is the work that is done by the system. The human body moves and thinks thanks to the input of energy, which is food. All systems have input and output of energy. Sometimes the input and the output is the same, but not always. For example, a bicycle is a good example of a system. It is made up of a frame, handlebars, pedals, chain, and wheels. The input energy is movement energy from our legs, which is transferred to the output energy, also in the form of movement. Your activity is on page 123, and that is activity 6, and it says describe the input and output of energy. There's questions 1, 2, and 3 which you need to answer. Question 1 is pretty much clear. Question 2, you have to copy that small paragraph and fill in the correct answers. Don't forget to underline the correct answers. Question 3 is also the same as question 2. It's a short paragraph given to you, and you have to fill in that paragraph. And for homework, your homework is on page 124, and it requires you to draw a flow diagram to show the input and the output of energy. But it says to you, look at the appliances on page 125. So I expect you to have 5 different flow diagrams. Okay, the first one has been done for you, which is a wind-up radio, and it is on page 25. Number 2 would be an electrical kettle. Number 3 would be an iron. Number 4 would be a fan. Number 5 would be a solar lighting system. And the last one would be a torch. If you look on page 125, you'd actually be less confused. All right. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand. That's it from me, grade 4s. Thank you for sticking around. And remember,